So I've got all the internals in the wing for the ailerons, the flaps, fuel tanks, pitot tube, wiring. So now it's time to fasten the skin down. And I've been kind of apprehensive about this because I really, you know, it's supposed to be a two-man job, but fortunately I've got some long arms and I've been able to figure out a way to fasten my rivet skins down or do my rivet bucking by myself with just one hand on the inside and one hand on the outside. So I'll have a part of this video will show that. But I thought it'd be good to talk about some things that I learned that really made my rivet installation go a lot smoother. Some things I was concerned about was marring the surface of the skin. I've heard horror stories about people who have rivet guns that move off a little bit and maybe put a big smiley face. You've heard about the smiley face that goes into the wing skin. This rivet set can slip, can really make your wing skin look pretty rough. And I did a few practice runs with the rivet gun and I noticed that that could be a potential problem until I realized my air pressure was way too high. I had the pressure set for my paint gun, which was about 90 pounds of pressure, and any kind of slip on the metal definitely, especially if you pull the trigger of the rivet gun in all the way, definitely is going to cause some damage to that wing skin. But if you dial the pressure back to about 25 pounds, there will not be the potential for the risk of damaging the skins because it just won't be putting out that much force against the rivet set. What I learned was at 25 pounds, I can pull the trigger all the way in and I'm getting an adequate amount of force from the rivet set, but it's not enough to really cause any damage, especially if I'm using a boot covered rivet set with this little rubber boot as well as the swivel. The swivel makes it really nice so I can, you know, if I'm not perfectly lined up, I still have room for air. This is a 3X gun. It's also got a pressure setting at the gun, which is set at the lowest setting. Again, I've got this protected rivet set with the swivel. And I'm also using a piece of tungsten. Some rivet kits come with steel, but the tungsten has been very nice because it's small, it's compact, and I can get it into tight places. And so far it's been doing a really great job on the shop end of the rivet head. So let's take a look here at this rivet gun when it's set at 25 pounds of pressure and really what it does to the wing skin. It really does very well, and if it's at the higher PSI setting, that's where I'm going to risk some damage to the skin. Perfect. So the real challenge doing this by myself was getting those first 3 rows of rivets in, going inboard and then outboard of the wing. So I start with the first row, second row, but as I start moving myself in, I have more and more room to work with, and it just gets easier. If your arms aren't as long as mine, then you probably are going to need a second person. In fact, I probably wouldn't recommend doing this yourself if you've got somebody available to you. So let's take a look at that video of me installing those first 3 rows of rivets.